Hello again, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another episode of Lazy Leftovers Picnic Foods Edition. In my last video, I used leftover quinoa taco mix and salsa con queso to make a cheesy hash brown casserole that was super delicious. My intention today was to use the leftover BBQ Seitan ribs and mix them into some mac and cheese and or some potato salad. But since the fridge is already looking pretty full, I decided I better just do one thing today. So I'm going to do the mac and cheese variation. And I'm definitely gonna get into some more potato salad because that was really good when I made that a couple weeks ago. So in the 4 days since I made that first casserole, my sister and I have actually eaten all of those leftover barbecue ribs that I showed in that video, but I had some more barbecue ribs put aside in the freezer. The batch of ribs I showed you where I was calling myself the vegan grill master, but I said I learned some lessons and would do better next time. What I didn't show you was the very first batch of seitan ribs that I put on the grill and burnt to a crisp. Pure charcoal. Basically, I put them on the grill, ran inside for just a minute, and when I went back out, they were totally crisped. So that side didn't even go on the grill. It was bad. It was so sad. I redeemed myself with the next round of ribs, but so I took all of these super burnt ones and I had put them in the freezer because I was thinking I should be able to do something with these crispy ends, but only the not super black parts. So I spent like a half hour this morning cutting these in half to cut the charred part onto one half and get some of the seitan to try to save it. So these pieces don't appear to have a lot of barbecue sauce, but they should still have that good grilled barbecue flavor. So that is all I have to work with for my mac and cheese today. So I have an enormous batch of potato cheese, 12 cups, and I did 1.5 pounds of pasta in my last grocery haul. I was so excited. I got these 1 pound bags of the ditalini pasta. Only 35 cents a pound. And I love this variation too. And it's very good for macaroni salad. 'Tis the season. So we got a lot of pasta. And I wish I would have cooked it like 1 minute less. I like my pasta firmer just in general, but especially when I'm doing mac and cheese and then I'm planning to bake casseroles, at least for some of them. Okay, rather than continuing to make a mess, this just needs a little more cheese, and then maybe I'll put the seitan in this one. So I'm still thinking I want to do corn with the seitan into one. And then I think I'm just gonna do my traditional mac and cheese and peas. It is literally one of my favorite meals. I don't know how many casseroles I want to do today. So I did get out my cornmeal. I do have this if I wanted to try a sprinkle of this on top of a casserole. Maybe just one of my baby bread loaf pans and experiment. This is looking very good. This is going to need some more cheese, but I'm gonna go grab my corn and my peas. I'm so bummed I'm out of frozen peas. I thought these were peas and they're edamame. I'm gonna go see if I have a can. No peas anywhere in the house. So, good thing I got this corn on sale. It's just a 10-ounce package, but only 35 cents. I did not get this the same day as the pasta. And the best buy date is October of 2026. So, I don't know, but I grabbed 4 of them. And these are my last 2 bags. So I only have about 1 cup of seitan. So I'm gonna do all of that, and I think I'm gonna do the whole bag of corn. Might as well, 10 ounces is barely more than 1 cup. this is basically what I envisioned. A little bit more barbecue-y, but first time for everything. Next time I do the ribs on the grill, they will be better. And so when I put the leftovers in this casserole again, it will be better too. I mean, not like this is gonna be bad. This looks good. So now that everything's mixed up and in the casserole pan, doesn't it look a little dry? I think it looks like it needs more cheese. I'm going to put a thin layer of potato cheese on top right here, just so it doesn't get too dry. Has anyone ever had a cheesy casserole and been like, oh, it's too cheesy? Like, no. This is kind of genius. Not my last casserole video, but the one before that where I made 3 different kind of casseroles. And I used the fake vegan mozzarella for one of the casseroles. I feel like this technique I'm doing right now could give a similar effect. I mean, probably not because it doesn't have the fat of the fake vegan cheese. I'll see what it looks like after I bake it, and then maybe I'll try to broil it for just like a minute, just to get it a little extra brown. I'm gonna do this one just like this, and I'm going to do a different one with the cornbread topping. I don't wanna screw this guy up. He looks good. I'm gonna cook it in the Ninja because it's obviously way too hot to turn on the big oven. I'm going to do, since the corn was frozen, I think I'll do 25 minutes for 350. Casserole number 1 in. Here's my corn. And I think I want a little bit more cheese to help mix in the corn. Oops, I'm making a mess. I can't decide if this is cheesy enough. I do have some broccoli I could eat the potato cheese with, but I think I should just go ahead and put it in the casserole. So because the corn was frozen, I either need to bake this into a casserole or just pop it back on the stove. What I typically do is I always have my potato cheese done ahead of time. So then I cook the noodles, drain the noodles. I don't rinse the noodles. I leave that starchy water on them. And I believe that helps the potato cheese stick to them. So I dump or drain the noodles, put them right back in the pan, and then I throw the potato cheese and whatever my veggie is, typically frozen peas, and then I just heat it up a little bit on the stove. That's typically how I do mac and cheese, no casserole. Dang, we got a lot of mac and cheese now. Okay, I'm thinking for the purpose of less dishes, I'm going to make this size Pyrex into a casserole and do the cornmeal topping. And then I think I'm gonna put the rest of it back on the stove, give it a quick heat through just to heat up the corn, and then just have it no casserole. Because sometimes you don't need a casserole. Sometimes you just need some mac and cheese, you know? Gosh, this looks so good. Does it look as good on camera as it does to me? Should be a little closer, huh? In person, I feel like this one looks significantly more cheesy than the first one, but I'm not sure if that's translating to the camera. Let's add our cornmeal topping, which if you didn't notice was also a Smith's clearance purchase. Just because the container was a little dented. Smells very fresh. Let's just do a light sprinkle. Whoa! Try again, light sprinkle. I'll shake around. Okay. Now I have never worked with cornmeal. I bought that container to make homemade cornbread. I was actually gonna use Dr. McDougall's recipe. Haven't gotten around to it yet. So let's hope this turns out okay. I just tried to do a very light dusting. So now we're just playing the waiting game, waiting for my first casserole to get done so that I can put the second one in. And then we'll do a taste test. Casserole number 1. There's cast 2. with the extra potato cheese on top and the seitan. You can see it does not look super cheesy on the side. That's why I did that extra cheese on top. So this has been out. This is cool. Casserole number 2 with the cornmeal topping. And I added all that extra cheese in there, so that looks very cheesy. Doesn't really smell like cornbread or anything. And that dented cornmeal container, the lid didn't go back on it after I opened it, so I did have to put my cornmeal in some jars. I also ate breakfast while these were cooking. So I just want like 1 bite. I gotta get a piece of the seitan. Okay. Maybe 2 bites of this one. I really want to see what that cornmeal topping, if it turned out at all. Obviously, need some sriracha. Okay, I'm gonna try the seitan one. It's not barbecue-y enough for me. Like, that was my whole thing, was I wanted those barbecue seitan rib pieces in the casserole because I always love barbecue sauce and like mac and cheese like together. So it's not bad, but it is just a little bit boring. It just pretty much tastes like seitan and not the delicious barbecue ribs on the grill. Next time I do barbecue ribs on the grill, I'll do another one of those casseroles. But I mean, it's good. I would almost more call it like ham and cheese casserole than like barbecue ribs. All right, let's see if this cornmeal tastes okay. I think I love it. I think I love the cornmeal with the corn. I love corn in cornbread. That's why I had bought the cornmeal, because I had bought in a couple of those little Jiffy brand cornbread boxes. I had made those for a couple family meals and put the corn in them. Oh, so good. Yeah, so I wanted to do a healthier version, so I bought the cornmeal, but now I'm thinking it's my new like casserole topping. I don't know if the cornmeal topping would be as good on mac and cheese and peas, but on the mac and cheese and corn casserole, yes. 9.5 out of 10. Needs to be spicier. So my vote has to go to the cornmeal topping over the seitan. I think I said this the last time I was talking about seitan. I like go on a little kick where I'm like, oh, it's so delicious, and then I get sick of it and don't eat it for months and months. So I think the barbecue ribs quelled my seitan craving, and I'm kind of over it. Not like it's bad, I'm just like, I prefer plants and potatoes. So now I just need a whole bunch of broccoli and I'm ready to go with some 50-50 meals. So thanks for stopping by to watch this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time, be lazy and be well. One more thing, lazy leftovers with, oh, and I need to make some Dr. McDougall mayo when I do potato salad. So with this, and I need to make some mayo for my, and I need to make some Dr. McDougall mayo for potato salad. So that was just an extra step. I don't even need to say that. Oh, these are the good pieces. I'm so annoyed. I just made a big mess. So I'll cook this at, so now we just have, dude, do I have cheese? Oh my gosh, I've got cheese stuck in my arm hair. Ow. And I'm gonna have a bunch of, I don't like that either, damn it. One more time. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh, I'm stuck to the chair. I said a boom, chicka boom.